What's up? What's up, my friends? I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Happy Thursday. I'm back again, and today's topic is a fun one. It's been a passion of mine since I think forever, and that is health and fitness. Today, we're talking about why health is not optional. And I want to ask you guys a question. If you knew that your body was a vehicle, are you treating it like a Honda or a Ferrari? Because the truth is that we have one body, and this is the body that's going to take you through your life. And it really matters how you take care of it, because that is going to determine the quality of your life. And I think that a lot of people forget this, or maybe they just don't pay attention enough until they are in pain, or until they're sick, or until they get a diagnosis. And I'm speaking to myself here as well, because I think the only reason why I really got into health at such a young age was because I had health problems. For those of you who don't know, I've been a coach and trainer now for 8 years. 8 years now. And what actually got me into like a deep love for fitness was that I really wanted to help other people get healthier and take care of their bodies, because I learned that without your health, you have nothing. And your health is not just your physique. It's not just about having a lean, nice looking physique. It's not about having abs or having muscles, though, yes, that can be part of it. It's about being able to function. It's about being able to think. It's about your energy and your mood, because all of these things are affected by your health. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, because this is something that to me is one of the pillars. And for those of you who don't know, I'm one of the co-founders of Vibe, and we talk a lot about the pillars that are important for us to live a life and get out of survival mode and start thriving, right? And health is one of them, right? Health, financial independence, community relationships, right? And then you have your spiritual health, in your mental health. If we don't have these pillars, we're going to be off balance, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you're sick and you don't feel good, you're going to probably give a lot of your money to try to feel better. So I think it's very important that we learn healthier habits and preventative type of medicine, instead of waiting until we're sick, waiting until we feel crappy in order to make changes. And it really doesn't take as much as people think to be healthy. And maybe that's one of the reasons why people avoid it, and they prefer to just not do anything about it until it's the last minute, kind of like a procrastination thing, is because people have belief systems about how health is, or how hard it is, or what it is really, right? So let's talk about what it really means to be healthy. To me, being healthy is you, one, feel really good every day, meaning that you have pretty good energy throughout the day. Number two is that you are strong enough to perform daily activities without feeling, like you're exhausted and overwhelmed, right? On top of that is that you have a healthy physique, right? Because here's another thing, this may be a little controversial to some people, but if you are overweight, you're not healthy. What do I mean by this? The more fat that we carry on our bodies, the more likely we are to get a significant amount of other health issues. And I'm not talking about someone who's 10 or 20 pounds overweight. If you are 50 pounds or more overweight, you are at risk of so many other problems, not because of any other reason than the fact that fat is inflammatory. And that is why in today's world, a lot of, how do I even say this? Powers that be, whatever you want to call it, they want you to believe that your physique, your the way that you look, right? How heavy or not heavy you are, doesn't have anything to do with your health, right? We hear this whole body positivity thing. Everyone is beautiful. Sure, maybe that's true. But if we're talking about health here, if we're talking about the facts that show up in your health and your blood work and all of these things, then we have to be honest with ourselves. If you are overweight, you are at risk of many health problems. And that is why we have to be honest with ourselves and willing to make the changes necessary if we really want to feel our best. And so I want to give you guys just a few things that can really benefit you if you are wanting to, one, have more energy and feel better. Two, you want to feel more confident in your body, in your clothes. Maybe you want to fit better in your clothes. And also be stronger. Be able to eat the foods that you want without feeling like you're going to gain a ton of weight, right? And how do we do that? We do that by building muscle. Muscle is a longevity organ. It helps your body respond better to insulin. It helps you be able to basically negate the negative, stressful effects of the modern world. So, I want to give you guys just a very basic breakdown, and I'm actually going to use the Vibe protocol here because the Vibe protocol was a very simple 6-step system that we created to make it so easy for people who don't know where to start when it comes to getting healthier. And it's something that is, you can just add this into any lifestyle, no matter where you are, whether you're a beginner, whether you're advanced, whether you're someone who has no experience, in fitness or whatever. It doesn't matter. This will work for everyone. And in fact, this is something that you can use as a resource to help you feel better and actually keep this in your routine regardless of whether you add more things or not, okay? Number one is, of course, drinking Vibe. And I'm sure you guys already know why that's included in there, of course. Vibe is an incredible product that is loaded with collagen, pre and probiotics. It also has guarana extract, L-theanine, to support your nervous system, to give you natural energy, and it also has CLA and calorie burn. Calorie burn and CLA are an amazing combination that are designed to help you burn fat much easier, to increase your energy expenditure, meaning that you burn more calories at rest, and also helping you target your visceral fat. Yes, you can literally get all of those benefits by simply drinking a product. And pre and probiotics, I'm sure you guys have probably heard this at this point. You need the right balance of healthy bacteria, healthy microbiome. If you want to be able to absorb nutrients, if you want to, oh gosh, I forgot again, go live on Instagram. Oh my goodness. How many days in a row am I going to do this until I remember? Okay, guys, I apologize. So, as I was saying, Vibe is very important to have the balance of good and bad bacteria so that we can have a healthy microbiome that allows us to absorb nutrients. It allows us to decrease bloating and have basically a better ecosystem, because every single thing in our body, every ailment is actually stemming from some sort of gut dysbiosis or gut problem, because your gut is a second brain. We've known this for years and years and years and years, is that whatever you're putting in your mouth is going to affect your metabolic health, and then that is going to, of course, affect the rest of it. It's just like getting to the root of the issue. Your gut, your metabolic health is the root of the problem. So if you're not addressing that first, what are we doing? Do you want to just solve symptoms, or do we want to get to the root of the issue? Okay, so that is why Vibe is the foundation. And okay, maybe you want to try this or you don't. Regardless, you need pre and probiotics, you need protein, and if you want something to help you burn visceral fat, that's also going to be very beneficial for you because it's going to help you reduce your inflammation and your overall stress. Okay? Number 2 is getting your daily steps. 10K steps is ideal because why? This makes it so you are aware of moving more throughout the day. It's hard to just do 10,000 steps in one bout. You're probably going to have to walk for like an hour and a half or 2 hours to get 10K steps. But what this does do, if you can split this up throughout the day, it makes you more aware of moving throughout the day instead of being sedentary. Being sedentary is not healthy. So having a higher step count is super important because it makes it so that we're more aware throughout the day to get up, get moving, and not stay seated and sedentary for long periods of time. Okay. Number 3 is exercise, strength training, right? And with the Vibe protocol, we've actually created workouts. We've recorded them and they're on YouTube. For those of you who don't have access to a gym, maybe you're a beginner to fitness and you don't really know what to do, the workouts are designed regardless of where you are in your fitness level, you can do these workouts and you're going to see incredible results from this. They're designed to improve your strength, your endurance, your mobility, your flexibility. So once again, that is where you start if you don't already go to the gym, if you don't already have a strength training program. The workouts are 5 days a week. 4 of those are endurance, cardio, strength training based exercises, all body weight, by the way. You do not need any equipment. They're all done in under 30 minutes, by the way. It doesn't take as much as you think to actually get yourself to a good place. So that's where you start if you're a complete beginner and you don't know what else to do. And the 5th day is your mobility and stretching, because that is also very important. Okay, where am I at? I've done 3 so far. Number 4 is your protein. Daily protein intake. The goal here is to hit your ideal body weight in grams. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. Your daily body weight in grams. Your ideal body weight in grams per day. Okay, let me give you an example to make this a little bit easier to understand. Let's say for myself, my ideal body weight is 130 to 135 pounds. I'm going to eat 135 grams of protein every single day. Okay? Why do I say ideal body weight and not just full body weight? Because I have worked with a lot of people who are overweight. Let's give the example. Let's say we have a female who's 250 pounds and I'm training her, right? I'm not going to have her eat 250 grams of protein per day. That is insane. Not everyone needs to eat their body weight in grams of protein per day, because if you're overweight, that is a ton of protein. But what you are going to do is take your ideal body weight. So what is your goal body weight? And be realistic here. We're not going to be like, oh yeah, I want to be 80 pounds. Okay. You were 80 pounds in the 3rd grade, right? Be realistic. As a female, most females' healthy body weight is probably going to be from like 120 up to like 150, right? So you're going to be in that ballpark. So eat your ideal body weight in grams of protein per day. Same rule applies for men, right? You're a 200-pound male, healthy body weight. You're going to eat your 200 grams of protein per day. Okay? That is the goal, because this is going to help us preserve muscle tissue. This is going to help us maintain all the processes that happen in our body, require amino acids for repair. Protein breaks down into amino acids. So if you're not consuming enough of this, your cells are not going to be able to repair properly. Your hormones aren't going to work properly. Your hair, your skin, your nails are not going to be very good, because guess what happens? Your body is going to do the necessary functions, and then all the extra stuff, which is your skin, your hair, your nails, those are going to start looking terrible because your body's not getting what it needs. I know that this is going to definitely be one for the ladies, because a lot of the ladies that I've trained, they don't eat enough, and they don't eat enough protein. You want to have nice skin, you want to have nice hair and nails, you need to be eating enough protein every single day. Okay? The next one is hydration, right? We're on number 5. Hydration is essential, because so many people are extremely dehydrated because, one, they forget to drink water throughout the day. But here's another thing. Electrolytes, minerals. Just because you're drinking water does not mean that you are getting hydrated. Hydration needs minerals. If I drink a bunch of water right now and it has no minerals, guess what's going to happen? It's going to literally just flush through my body, In fact, if you drink a ton of water with no electrolytes and no minerals, you can actually do more damage because you're just flushing everything through without replacing the minerals, right? So I want you guys to think about hydrating yourself with electrolytes, with minerals, because every single one of us is mineral deficient. I know this because I have seen this time and time again. We need to be replacing our minerals, especially if you are active, especially if you're sweating, because every time you sweat, yes, you are detoxifying, you are sweating out a lot of toxins, but you're also going to be sweating out salt and minerals. So making sure that we're replacing that every single day is very important. High quality electrolytes, high quality salt, making sure that we're seasoning our food with high quality salt. And I want to say this as well. There's a lot of people that are still caught in this old paradigm that salt is bad. Salt is not bad. The wrong salt is bad because people think, oh, if I have too much salt, my doctor told me I'm going to have high blood pressure. No. If you are getting the quality salt, I'm not talking about table salt and iodized salt and these salts that have been stripped. So the only thing left in it is sodium. That isn't good, healthy salt. That is going to cause problems. But if you're getting a high quality, either a pink Himalayan salt or a Baja Gold salt, even Celtic sea salt, those are the three that are really good, you're going to be replacing minerals, hydrating yourself at a cellular level because your body needs the minerals to be able to pull it into the cell. Otherwise, you just drink water, flushes through, doesn't hydrate the cell. You still feel dehydrated, and it's just not good. All the processes in your body also need minerals. So, yeah, can't stress that enough. It's not necessarily drinking a gallon of water a day. You know, you can drink, depending on where you are in the world. If you're in a hotter climate, you're going to need more water, more electrolytes. If you're in a colder climate, maybe a little bit less. But, 2 to 3 liters of water, making sure that you're having electrolytes in the water, staying hydrated, and you will feel a big difference, guys. You're going to feel the difference when you're exercising. You're going to feel the difference. You're not going to have as many headaches. A lot of people that deal with chronic headaches is because they're severely dehydrated. If you are someone who's having issues with your skin, maybe you're having lots of breakouts and stuff like that, hydration can fix that as well. So that is important. Last but not least, number 6 is sleep. Everyone knows that they need to sleep, but not a lot of people do it. At least not a lot of people get the right amount of quality sleep. Sleep is the first thing that goes in most people's life because life is busy, right? When you're an adult, you have your work, you have your kids, you have all these responsibilities that the last thing on their list is quality sleep. But we need to start putting this as a priority because your body repairs itself when you're sleeping. Not just bodily repairs like muscles, joints, ligaments. Your detoxification of your brain happens when you sleep. Your processing of your memories and the stresses and everything that happened from the day before, that happens while you sleep. So sleep is essential. In fact, they've done studies on this. The people that sleep less than 6 hours per night, their body goes into a pre-diabetic type state. Why? Because when your body has more cortisol because it hasn't slept properly and it hasn't rested enough, now your blood sugar is messed up and it can't process insulin correctly. So sleep is not just what you think it is, which is, oh, I rest, I feel good, I'm tired or I'm not tired. No, you're repairing the body, your ability to focus and concentrate. Everything is impacted by these foundational things. That is why we created this protocol, because the protocol is the foundation. This is bare minimum. If you add other stuff in there, awesome. But these are the things that we need to do if we want to be healthy. Simple. We get the right supplementation, of course, a healthy diet, of course, right? Eating whole foods. We're getting in the right amount of protein in our diets. We're making sure that we're hydrating. We're getting our electrolytes in. We're getting in the things that our body actually needs, always focusing on metabolic health, gut health, because that is the key to you absorbing nutrients, to you reducing all of your other symptoms that you're having, because pretty much every problem that someone has can be boiled down to some form of metabolic dysfunction, meaning some sort of gut issue, because it's the root. Everything stems from a root issue. So if we can solve those problems, you're going to get rid of a lot of issues. So that is why I wanted to share that with you guys. So if you're here and you're like, okay, I don't know where to start, that, I'm a beginner, whatever, those are the basics. We drink our Vibe every single day, because this isn't something that just feels good now. This is something that actually helps repair your metabolic health. And why do we say metabolic instead of gut health? Because this is another thing I haven't really discussed that much. Metabolic health is the whole process of digestion, starting at the mouth and ending at the booty, right? The booty hole. The gut health is just referring to just the gut, right? The intestine and the stomach. Your metabolic health has everything to do with how your body processes and assimilates the nutrients and converts it into energy. Vibe has all those components that I've already mentioned. Collagen, amino acids we need for repair. Pre and probiotics to help balance the gut microbiome. We have the L-theanine and the guarana. Why? Because I already know that 99% of the population is energy deficient. Most people are addicted to some form of caffeine, coffee, something, because people don't have energy. But that doesn't mean that we need energy drinks. We're not in a deficit of caffeine. It's because we need to heal the gut. We need to heal the metabolic system. So we give you some guarana extract, a healthy form, small dose of caffeine from a natural source with L-theanine, which balances your nervous system. Because if we consume stimulants, then what happens is we mess up the nervous system. So when we have that balance, we create basically an energy boost without a crash and without negatively impacting our hormones. And then, like I've already mentioned, we have our CLA and our calorie burn. Those two are powerful, not just because it's a hype and everyone's like, oh my gosh, I gotta lose weight. It's not about losing weight, guys. It's about losing fat. Completely different things. That is why I don't always like looking just at the scale weight, because you can be dropping weight and it can be coming from muscle. That is not what you want. It can be coming from water. We want to be losing fat. Specifically, the number one place that you want to be seeing getting smaller is your waistline. That is connected to your overall health, because if you have lots of fat around your waistline, you're less healthy. It's literally that simple. You have more inflammation. So when we have the calorie burn and we have the CLA that helps the body basically shift into a fat burning state by increasing your energy expenditure, CLA helps your body metabolize fat better. You can target. Now we can target that visceral fat, and over time we reduce our inflammation. We reduce and literally shrink our waistline, making ourselves healthier. So this whole process, this whole foundation is about creating a more robust human so that you can feel better. You can have energy, and it's nothing crazy, guys. And even if you were, let's say, for whatever reason, you don't have the money to invest in Vibe right now, all the rest of what I just said you can do because it's free. You literally can. You can prioritize your sleep. You can start drinking more water and adding, some healthy salt. That's very, very affordable, or electrolytes. You can also start prioritizing your protein intake. You can also make sure that you are exercising, right? You don't have to have a gym to exercise. You can do bodyweight exercises at home. There's free workouts all over the internet. There's no excuse for why we can't be moving our bodies. It is free to get more steps in every day. All of these things are simple habits that we can change that are monumental in our overall health. And most people don't do it because it doesn't make them lose 20 pounds in a week. That's not the point. I'll go back to what I said in the beginning. If you knew that your body was a vehicle, Are you going to treat it like a Honda, or are you going to treat it like a Ferrari? Because how you treat your body, how you take care of your body isn't only going to affect how it looks, right? That's a no-brainer, but also going to affect your energy and your confidence and your self-respect and your self-love and how other people treat you. Because how you treat you is how other people are going to see the type of respect that you have for yourself, right? If other people saw you treating your car like crap, it's dirty, you never wash it, the inside's terrible, you treat it like crap. If other people saw that, they're also going to treat your car like that too, because they're like, he don't care, she don't care. How are they going to treat it differently if you had your car always in pristine condition? They're going to be like, dang, this person takes care of their stuff. I need to make sure that I do this too. So I hope this is helpful, guys. I'm going to go ahead and post, for those of you who haven't seen it already, there's a link in my bio. If you guys want to try Vibe, the link is in my bio. It is available in the US, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and Costa Rica as of right now. I also have the protocol linked as well in my bio. If you guys want like a very easy PDF printable version of it, it is there available. So there's all the stuff that we need to get started, to be healthy, to feel better, to have better energy, to eliminate most of your symptoms, is by simply getting back to the basics of our health. And to close, I just want to say that, like I said in the beginning, health is not optional. We need to create a mindset where we don't wait for things to be terrible before we make a change. Don't wait for yourself to get a diagnosis before you start prioritizing your health. Don't wait to feel like crap in order to go to the gym. Don't wait until you gain 50 pounds to start exercising and eating better. Do it now. Do it because you care about yourself. Do it because people are watching you and they are going to treat you differently because you treat you differently. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Thursday. I will be back again tomorrow with another fun topic. So if you guys like this content, definitely stay tuned. I'm not able to promise specific times for going live at the moment just because my schedule's crazy and there's so much stuff going on at different times of the day. But what I can do is say that I will go live every day. I will find the time to do that. Okay. So like I said, thank you guys so much for the comments and the engagement and time. I hope that you got something from this that you can take away and improve your health. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.